Hello. So how is everyone doing? Am I a bit early? I think I may be a bit early. So how is everyone doing? I've got someone special down here. Bring her up. Whee! There's Phoenix. I know someone said they wanted to see her. So there she is. Hi Burgess, how's it going? That's Phoenix. Well, I'm going to feed her live on the stream so you can all see her getting fed. And then she's going to be put back in her little box. Well, big Viv, I should say. So there she is. There we go. So, hi Troy. All right, Mike. So there she is. Right, so I'm going to feed her now. Let's see how she goes with that. So we feed her live locust, as you can see. It's a live one. It's a feisty one. So this is how we feed her. So she eats with live prey. So here she is. I don't know if she's gonna eat it. Can eat it? Go on. All gone. Should we get another one? Let's get another one. You can have one more. Oh. This one's a little bit smaller, but I don't know if you can see that. But that's what we feed her. That's a little one. She normally has bigger ones than that. But see if we can get her feeding again. Want this one? Is this one too small? It's alive. Yeah, it's alive. Huh. No, you're not interested. No, is that one too small for you? See if I can get a bigger one. Hi, Alex. Hi, Mark. I'll get back to doing things in a second. I'm just grabbing some stuff out of that. There we go. You see it moving? So they only eat live prey. So let's see if she'll eat this one for us. This one's a bit bigger. You like the big ones. You gonna eat this one? No? Don't think she wants to now. She's camera shy. Want to? No? Oh, let's see if I can get her. I know. Yeah. I know you want it. Oh, yeah. Got it? There she goes. Hi, Jay. Just showing off Phoenix. I'm going to put her away now. So I've just fed her. So I'm just going to put her away. So you're going to say bye. Let me just put her away and I'll come back. That's like a bit different, I suppose. So, how is everything? How's everyone going and doing and everything else? She was camera shy. Yeah, so how is everyone doing? Also, as well, this is going to be my last live stream until August. I've got a lot of stuff planned for the summer and trying to fit a stream in with all of that it's going to be a bit difficult. So this will be my last stream now until August, which will start a new season. So I'm going to start these live streams in seasons. But yeah, this will be my last one now until August. So I do apologise, but I hopefully by when I come back in August, a lot of the Enterprise will be done. The Dodge Charger, Iron Man, and also by August is when a lot of the part works start coming back out again. So yeah, so maybe we'll have something to discuss then. But I still my YouTube videos and my social media, but I won't be doing live videos just because of trying to cram them in, do stuff and everything else. And the weather's coming nicer as well and everything. So yeah, this will be my last stream till August. So how's everyone doing? Money came out this week for the Iron Man Dodge Charger for me. So they should be here in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. The Enterprise payment for me comes out next Tuesday, I do believe, this week, or Friday. I think Tuesday and Friday are their payment days. So maybe I'll go or empty my wallet. It's full with the fire truck. It's full with the fire truck. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have all that to discuss as well when I come back. And hopefully by then it would have been revealed and we would know. And hopefully by then we'll know what's happening with other part works as well. Because as it is, nothing is coming through from Hachette. So, yeah. The Terminator, keep an eye on the video this week because I did glue down the skull on the base. I've now realised that was a mistake, and I'll be rectifying that on my next build video. So you'll have to keep watching. If you're following that, you'll have to watch what happens. But I'm ripping up the skull because I've realised I shouldn't have glued it down, and it's got nothing to do with the remote. It's got to do with the switch, the on-off switch. So I believe the on-off switch actually goes on the skull and not the remote. The theory was that the remote goes under the skull, but it actually looks like that's where the on-off switch goes. So my skull was glued down, but not heavily glued, so I was just able to pull it off. But all will be explained in my next video on Wednesday for that. That is hoping that I get my next delivery in. Have launched 2 new part works, Indian Springfield. I saw that, yeah, and the locomotive, yeah, I also saw that as well. Have they actually been released, or are they on a trial? Yes, Mark. Yeah, 114, and then 115. We start getting the weights. We get the speaker in 115 and one half of the weight. So similar to what we've done now, but the weights are coming in each issue as well. So I guarantee you, issue 120 will be the remote. That is what they're going to do, because you won't be able to operate this thing until then. I guarantee the pole will just probably be 1 issue as well. So that sorts out issue 119 and 120. So that just leaves 3 more, and that obviously finishes off the weights for the base, and then we're done. Yeah, it's the beginning of August. Is it? Or I think it is, isn't it? It's the beginning of August, yeah. Full release says you can subscribe. Ooh, that's good. Has anyone... I don't know what is going on with this Diaga Ali from Eaglemoss. I was always told that it was a test run. But yeah, you can sign up to it, but I don't think it's being fully released. We'll just have to wait and see with that one. I won't be doing it, but I'll be following that. So I was watching the Not So 24-hour of the Nuremberg this weekend. Always exciting. Yeah, I like there's always lots of crashes on that. There's lots of videos online of the crashes happening on that. Yeah. Yes, Mike. Yeah, you did mention that you were told from the US side that they were waiting for parts. Now that's the same sort of email that was going out when they were doing stuff for the DeLorean as well, is that people are still waiting for parts, and all they keep getting is that message. I don't know whether that's just a default message that they send just to keep your interest, just to keep you subscribed, sort of thing. See, in the UK, as we know, they only take the money when it's released, and when you sign up for the Harry Potter alley, no money is taken from the UK side. That's a massive indication that that it's a test run. So they did the same as the Titanic here. Exactly, yeah. And we know that that's not coming out. I don't see this Diagon Alley thing coming out until at least next year, at least. Various countries and led me to believe it's a full release of Diagon. Just have to wait and see. Yeah, it's just a wait and see. I know the UK side that everyone that's subscribed to it hasn't had any money taken, but I think they have done in the US. We shall see what happens with that. But as far as I'm aware, it's just a test run. It's not. It's just. It's they've. The thing that's really weird is that they're actually advertising this on Facebook with adverts, which they normally don't do. But I don't know if it's just like they've never had a test run of this, which they have done for a lot of their other builds. They just haven't had a test run with this, and it's just got me thinking, why haven't they done a test run? It's normally like the normal procedure. So, but also as well, did anyone catch on my patrons will know, but Hachette are bringing out a Titanic build. Let me get my words out. So yeah, Hachette are bringing out a Titanic build as well. My patrons would have already known that, but yeah, it's coming out from Hachette, and it's going to be the same. It's going to be designed the exact same. Actually, Burgess was the one who actually mentioned it, but it's going to be exactly built like the Bismarck. So it's going to be plastic and die cast hull with a lot of the plastic decks. It's going to be lit interiorly. There's going to be panels on the side so you can see inside the engine rooms. It's going to be the propellers will move, and smoke will come from the smokestacks as well. It's actually being trialled at the moment in Italy. And I believe 3 issues have already been released of it. So fast tracked, no runoff space, many cases to show so slowly traffic. Yeah, crashes happen. Yeah, get a roll over last night, but thankfully no injuries. Yeah, some of those accidents that you see on it are really quite horrific, aren't they? It's amazing that people walk away. That's the ones that I think cause the more crashes, I should say, are when they have the track days, when they open it to the public. I think that's what happens mainly there. So, but yeah, all good. Yeah, and also as well, must also say what August as well is you've got the Euros on. So that's one of the reasons as well, just to make sure, because I do believe England's still playing, but I haven't watched it, so. But yeah, so the Titanic is, yeah, so I don't know what's happening there. Hachette are bringing out one which looks a lot better than the Eagle one, I must say. I think it's bigger as well. But that is on a test run in Italy. So, oh, was it a wooden deck? I thought it was plastic. I thought it was die cast and plastic. I didn't realise it was wooden. Yeah, it's got working engines, and it's got a panel on the side that comes off, and you can see inside the engine room. And it's got smoke as well, smoke effects. So smoke comes out the funnels, and yeah, it looks actually a lot better than the Eagles version, I must say. But yeah, so we'll have to all see. I mean, next year is going to be another bumper year, like this year was. A lot of stuff came out all together quite quickly, and I think next year is going to be the same. I think we're going to get a lot of part works very, very quickly. So yeah, it's a metal hull. Yeah, I thought it was metal hull, and then it was designed exactly like the Bismarck. So it was like plastic decking, the plastic upper decks, the bridge, and all that was all plastic as well. So does the smoke come out of all 4 funnels? Because the last one, I I don't think it does. I think it only comes out of the first 3. It was a fake font. It was not connected to the engine. It was just an air down one. But yeah, it's right. But on my Patreons, I've actually shown the pictures of it on the board that you get for the first issue, and it explains on there what it does. It does, like I said, it does look a lot better than the Eaglemoss version. But yeah, like I said, I just don't know what's going on at the moment with Hachette. I'd like to know, so we know what we're doing after the Terminator build. But yeah, so nothing on the Alien build at the moment. That's gone very quiet. They're up to issue 12 in France, and that issue completes the head. The only thing to go over it, I do believe now, is the dome. So all the inners, all the circuitry's done, and the head swivel joint, the mechanism's all been put in, and it's just the overhead section that needs to go on. But I don't know if they get that yet. But from issue 12, shall I say, I think they're starting on the body, so that'll be quite interesting to look at when it comes out. And then what we've got in July next month, the Robocop comes out. So I put the Titanic link on Patreon. Ooh, did you? Cool. Okay. I don't know about the link. I did get the pictures of issues 1, 2, and 3 that I put on there. But I'll have to have a look at that link. But yeah, I don't know what's happening with my patrons. So I've got it on my phone, and sometimes I get notifications, and other times I don't. I don't know why that is. So other times it's okay, and other times it's not. So when I click on it, I might have messages. It's not because I've ignored you, it's because it hasn't told me that I've got a message, which is very annoying. So, but yeah, so the Robocop starts in July, it's next month, over in France. So I'll have some more information on that. I've set up a Facebook group, as people might know. So all the info will go on there, just like with the Alien build. Iron Man's coming along. Next issues of the Iron Man is the ball joint for the arm, the left arm, I should say, and we start work on the upper bit. But yeah, it's half open, if you know what I mean. It's half built by the end of the next bit. By the end of the next box. So yeah, I don't know what's it's a very light box, that. So I'm also I think I'm a box behind on the Dodge Charger as well. On that, I'm up to date with the Iron Man, but I'm a box behind on the Dodge Charger. So I've just finished the engine, and then I think you're building the engine bay next next issues, and we start the floor pan as well, I do believe, on that. But yeah, all these new, like I said last time, last week, get all these builds out in other countries, and we just don't get them here. And with sending stuff to 114 issue, I only got the magazine. I don't know what happened. Ring them up, because Hachette are quite good at getting the issues out to people that, if you have a problem with, they're quite good at getting the issues that they're a problem with out, if you know what I mean. It's not difficult. Just ring them up, or send them an email saying that you've missed it, give them a subscription number, and they do send it out, and they do come quite quickly when they do that. So yeah, I'd get onto them about that. But someone also said that they had an extra issue of 114 as well. So they got all their issues, but they're actually 5 issues in the box instead of 4, and they actually got an extra issue 114. It was on one of the Facebook groups. So it happens, you know, stuff happens. Stuff gets forgotten and whatnot. Accidents happen. That's the name of the game. It's just part of the part work thingies, isn't it? It's another reason why one of my tales I tell people about is Don't collect parts and then build it later on. Always build it stage by stage, box by box, because if anything's missing, it's harder then to get the issues back again. You phoning them tomorrow? Yeah, I'd get straight on the phone to them. You got this. I haven't got that one yet because I collect mine from the newsagents. So my next issue is 113, which is the other side of the base, and then I've completed the base then. But yeah, so what I said, one of my tells is I say you build it by box, because a lot of places, Eaglemoss have just started bringing in this policy as well. So they'll only replace an issue, I think it's up to 28 days. So I do believe. I read that somewhere. I can't remember where, but I remember seeing that on something for Eaglemoss, where they said they will only replace an issue or a problem with the issue 28 days after it's been delivered. So if you do keep your builds and then manage to like build them later on, and you find that there's a part missing or a part broken, then it will become increasingly hard for you to get hold of that issue to do it. So always build it. As soon as you get the parts, you build it straight away. Then you know if there's problems and stuff, because that does happen. But yeah, I see a lot of messages where people are saying, you know, they've kept the whole box and then they're sort of like, where do I start building it now or later on? No, you build it straight away. Yes, Mike. Yeah. I told you that I got some information last night. I think it was last night. That Eaglemoss are now are going to be offering the DeLorean in September as a full kit. So you can put down your interest right now to buy the whole kit. And so I got onto my guy. He said that it's something new that they're trialing with the DeLorean, and that is the only way soon that you'll probably be able to pick up the DeLorean. If it goes well, they will then offer it like that on the rest of their builds once they've done their normal run. So that's what I was told. So yeah, so they're offering it. I also as well was told there was a price increase on it. So the numbers floating around at the moment to buy the full kit from Eaglemoss for the DeLorean, it's about 1,300 or 200 or 1,400, sorry, between the 1,300-1,400 mark for the whole kit, and that's delivered, and then you get everything all at once. So yeah, there is that. It's very, very warm in here. But yeah, so they're offering it as a full kit. And if that goes well, then I would imagine the next one they offer would be the Ecto one, and then the Enterprise, if they go well, if it sells well, that is. And I do believe as well that once they offer this, they won't be offering it in their web shop or monthly or anything like that. So it'll probably be the only way you can pick it up is by buying the whole kit. So yeah. Eaglemoss put out a message or something, or it was on the DeLorean website for Eaglemoss. It's on there. Just follow the link, and it will take you to register your interest if that's what you want to build. If you want the whole kit, that is. Troy, yes, my pack 2 of the Enterprise, and I'm missing stage 6 already. Called them to sent a replacement. Yeah, like I said, they're quite good at sending out replacements. A lot of these companies are, but you always have to do it straight away. That way, you don't get caught out later on. But I've still got 2 stages left of my Enterprise to build. I just haven't had the time to build them. So they should be, I'll probably do them Monday or Tuesday, and then I won't have anything to build then. Until my next lot comes, which is in about 3 or 4 weeks' time. Also as well, Eaglemoss have said that the free model. So do you remember when there was the massive muck up with the Enterprise build, and because of this muck up or this delay, they said in their emails, which I've got, it said that there will be a free kit. a free build enterprise kit in a future issue. So everyone thought, oh well, we're getting an extra model kit, a little kit of the Enterprise to build, like a little model. No, that wasn't the case. Once again, Eaglemoss wording strikes again, just like it has done many times. And it basically means you're getting a free issue. So it comes with box for monthly subscribers. I was told that it comes with box 5, so you'll get issues 5 and 6 together. That's what I was told. And anyone who's pre-ordered, you'll get issues 6 and 7 together. And anyone who's done the pre-subscription thing, apparently their accounts are credited an issue. So it's good. It's good in a way because it means that we're going to be saving 40 quid. So yeah, I'm all down for that, saving money and that. But yeah, I was told it was in box 5, which is my next box. So I should receive issues 5 and 6 together. And if you pre-order customer, then you get it in issues. You get issues 6 and 7 together. That's how I was told. Yes, Adam. All the info is actually on my Patreon page, but I did mention that it's coming out from Hachette. It's a test run in Italy at the moment. And on issue 3, I think issue 4 comes out this week. It has light sound. It's got a metal hull, very similar to the Bismarck, and it has smoke effect and all of that. It looks quite impressive, to be fair. I won't be building it. It's not my cup of tea, but I have got all the info there and a link. Berger sent us a link actually, which I'm going to have a look at, and then I'll post that so everyone can take a look. But yeah, at the moment it's being tested in Italy, and it looks really good. It looks a lot better than the Eaglemoss one, that's for sure. But yeah, I don't think there's any more build stuff really coming out from Eaglemoss apart from this Harry Potter, but we're not entirely sure what's happening with that. Another one that they've just brought out, I think, from Eaglemoss is the Marvel fight thing, which is like you get a statue each couple of months, I think, and they fit together like a big jigsaw, and it's like a massive diorama thing. So it's 1/200 scale. Yeah, that's the Titanic. That is. Yeah, what is that? Is that in scale with the Bismarck, or is that smaller or bigger? How big is that on that sort of scale? I don't know. I know what 1/6, 1/4 scale. I know the bigger scales, but when it comes to smaller ones, I get confused with all the little sizes. But yeah, it's 134 centimeters long. Yeah, so that's about as long as the Bismarck is. So it's going to be massive. It's going to be huge. Huge. Imagine trying to build and then display both of these. You'd have to have it's 9 centimeters longer. It should be longer and bigger than the Bismarck. It looks like it's in scale with the Bismarck, which is quite good. But yeah, that is a beast. I mean, I wouldn't be able to build it because I wouldn't have anywhere to put it. But I'm not a big fan of the Titanic, so yeah. But yeah, it's good if you like ships and stuff. And then you've got the train one coming out as well. So that's another interesting one. Like I said, we don't seem to get them over here. Don't know why, but we don't. But I also know a lot of people wanted the Route Master, which no one else got. We got here in the UK, but no one else was offered that, which is surprising. But yeah, a lot of these builds seem to be region based. So I'm wondering if the locomotive is being built because it was Pacific to Europe, if you know what I mean. You hope we do the QE2 soon. Yeah, maybe. And then you could have a fleet of these ships. Don't know where people are putting these, but yeah, they may do. That was a big ship as well. They're going up in the cruise ships. So now we started off with the Bismarck. Now we've got the Titanic. Then we've got the QE2. What's next? Do you reckon the Evergreen? the Ever Given. That would be huge, wouldn't it? That would just be huge. Yeah, but yeah, going up in scale. But yeah, they may do that. They may do that. I think there's room in there. Depends how popular the Titanic probably is for them to be able to look at this and go, oh, maybe we should do that. But yeah. But yeah, well, as we were talking about last week, we were talking about excavators. Berger sent us a link after the stream ended, and yeah, you can actually, there is an excavator. You can part work build an excavator. So yeah, see all these little things we find out when the community comes together. You can find out quite a lot, and there's lots and lots and lots of part work builds out. Very, very lots. just not here in the UK. I know that they've, in August, I know Hachette are bringing out a new Warhammer one with Warhammer 40,000. I think it's got the Necrons in it, if you're into all of that. But yeah, I know that that is definitely being released here. So what about the HMS Ark Royal for part work? Didn't Model Space just advertise a new ship build? I saw somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have done a lot of ship builds over the years, especially these older ones. I'm very surprised they haven't re-released the Black Pearl, because I know they did that at one point. So I'm quite surprised no one's re-released that. But yeah, I think it has to be in like with public mind. So it's not been Pirates of the Caribbean film out. So I don't know whether it would generate enough interest, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's gone very quiet on the ASAT build. That was supposedly tested, but I think only one issue ever come out of that. So an Nimitz class aircraft carrier. An aircraft carrier would actually be a really good build. In fact, I know that they've done an aircraft carrier in Japan. Yeah, so if you look for that, Burgess, I know that they did. I have the Pearl. I have a guy in London that can source all the parts. Well, that's cool. That's really good. You should do it, Mike. But yeah, going back on the aircraft carrier, there was one that was released in Japan, and it has a panel on the side that you can take off where all the aircrafts are sort of stored. It has a lift that goes up and down as well. It brings a helicopter up and down, and it has ships on the deck as well. What's the link for the excavator? Burgers could probably sort you out on that. I don't have it on me right this second, but I Burgers sent us the link, so yeah. I have up to issue 69 at the moment. Is that the Black Pearl, is it? Wasn't that a wooden one? Wasn't that similar to like a lot of the wooden ships that they brought out with the planking and stuff like that? If I remember rightly, it was a whole wooden ship. It wasn't, there was no like, I don't think there was any die cast apart from the cannons. But I might be wrong. Yeah. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I remember it bringing out. Like I said, I'm surprised they haven't re-released the robot. Is it Robbie the robot that Model Space did? Because I know they released that a few times. They did use 696 boat too. But I remember them doing Robbie the robot. I'm surprised they've not released that. And Eagle Moss, I'm surprised they haven't re-released the 3D printer that they did a couple of years ago, because I think that would be massively popular now. At the time, I left it because it was like 3D printer, you know, it was during that time, and now like everyone is screaming out for 3D printers. So I'm surprised that they haven't gone, there's the market here, let's bring out that. But yeah, I don't. Like I said, it's gone very quiet on the part work front, especially for the UK. They have that build too. What build's that? The 3D printer one from Eaglemoss, or Robbie the Robot. Two down back. I have the Victor 3. What's that like? What's that? With Eaglemoss. Is that the 3D printer? Because like I said, I remember them bringing out this 3D printer, and I still don't know if it was any good. Because it's one of those, it was like I think it was pre-YouTube build videos, I think it was. Oh, you've got the Robbie build. That looks really good. And I'm very, very surprised they haven't brought that out, because that would be something that I'd like to build. Oh, there you go, Jay. Bugs has put the link there for you for the excavator. It's a complete kit as well, I do believe. Hi over the moon, or moon over, should I say? How's everything? How's everything going? But yeah, that Robbie build looks quite good. It was something I would like to do because of getting it to do stuff like that. It would have been quite good for the kids, I think. But yeah, all these builds that they've brought out and they've never re-released them again. It seems bonkers, doesn't it, really? I don't know what's going on with the oh no, not good. What's the matter there? But yeah, I think it's complete. I don't even know what's going on with the Batman. Didn't that come back up again to order through Eaglemoss in the US? Didn't that come back up recently? See, that's like, I mean, that's one that's just like we talked about it last week, and it's just come back now, up, like back out, back off, back on, back off. It's just like, wow, it can turn the TV on. They did a trial of the micro for RoboDog, but never came out since. Oh crap! Oh, sorry to hear that. Over the moon. That's yeah. Sorry to hear that. I hope that she gets better and everything works out. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, yeah, it did look good. I don't know if that's what that Robbie build robot thing was. Once again, it was a pre-YouTube build video. So the build videos for YouTube are sort of fairly new, and there was loads of builds before that came out that they never did build videos for. I think the solar system was another one that I can't seem to find a video on YouTube of someone building it. So yes, that's in God's hands now. Yeah, yeah. I hope everything sorts out for you. But yeah, so there was a lot of builds before YouTube videos came out. There was lots of builds beforehand, and there's so many builds that came out that aren't on YouTube that no one ever did. So these YouTube videos are quite new. Has anyone else seen the explosion of Enterprise D build videos? It's great to see that there's so many people now doing these part works and doing the videos for YouTube and stuff like that. It's really good to see. But I've come across, as you do on YouTube, you put in the things, you have a look around. I think I come across at least 15 videos of people doing the Enterprise issue 1. At least 15. So that's that. I think I've never come across that many before on building part work. So there must be, obviously there's more people building it, but I think that's the first time when I put in Enterprise build, there's just so many people uploading videos and building it, which is great to see, because that's what you want. You want all these videos, you want all these people in, you want the community a lot bigger, and it's really good to see that so many people are building it, and just how popular it is as well, and that there's so many YouTube videos, which is really good. But yeah, normally when I do these builds, I do put into YouTube every now and then, build Terminator or build the Enterprise, and you do get quite a few hits, but not as many as I've seen for the Enterprise. It just shows you how popular it actually is, and that was a good part on Eaglemoss's front to do it. But yeah, there's just so many videos of people building it, which is really good. to see. So yeah, hopefully we get some good videos coming out of people building it. It's great to see, actually, to watch their videos to see if they've done anything different to you. That's another reason why I like watching them, to see if they've done anything different or different techniques and stuff like that. Because there's, like I said, there's a lot of techniques out for it, and for and mods and stuff like that. And people coming up with different mods for it and stuff. So, has anyone seen up to issue 6? Some people in the States have got up to issue 7, and it looks like all the whole plating is getting put on now on the top of the saucer section. So yeah, it's all getting on placed on there now. But yeah, it's all coming together actually really, really nicely. I'm looking forward to building it. So yeah, but yeah, I was just amazed at how many people are building the Enterprise on YouTube. Quite loads and loads. It's great. It is great, because once they start getting into it, they'll end up doing more and more part works, because that's what it only takes. It's a really bad habit, and it only takes one. It only takes one part work for you to get in there and start building, and then it stumbles into what we're building now. It only takes one. It's the same with the belts. They're quite addictive as well, and tattoos, they're quite addictive. So Model Space has NJ Hanek, is that? Or I might have butchered that name, I'm sorry, but yeah. Yeah, they seem to do a lot of these wooden builds. A lot of these wooden ones are quite old now. Like I said, the Bismarck is the first one that has like a metal hull and plastic parts and stuff like that, which is a lot of the part works are doing now. Sort of moving away from the old-fashioned stuff. So with the decals as well. So they're now like vinyl stickers and things like that, which is the registry. I should say, on the Enterprise. It will be this vinyl sticker, similar to what the Ghostbuster sticker would be on the doors. But the registry is definitely going to be that, which is quite good, because it opens up for modders to come along and customize the registry and the name. So you can have USS whatever. So you could have your name even, and then your own registry underneath. So that would be really cool. But it looks like that's what they're doing. So I'm up to 3 builds at the moment. We're a few on the short list. Yeah, I've got 4 on at the moment. Let me think. Terminator, Enterprise, Dodge Charger, and the Iron Man. So yeah, 3 builds on, which will obviously get smaller as we go along now, because nothing that's coming out is really grabbing my interest. So like I said, I want the Alien build. I'd like to build the Alien build and the Robocop, but I don't see any of them coming out here in the UK until at least next year. But yeah, so there's nothing new coming out that's really catching my eye that I'm going to build. It's good that Agora are there, because their builds are always available, unlike ones like Hachette and Eaglemoss sometimes disappear after their full run. So you're going to do the fire truck. I'm not. No, it's not. It's a difficult one, but I probably won't know. Like I said, in terms of vehicles, I'm finished. It's space and stuff like that mainly. I just got issue 75 of the Reliant yesterday. Oh yeah, so is that because you had the frame, you had the chassis last time, didn't you, Jay? You had the frame last time. So what is it now? Is it like the doors and more of the chassis? Is it, or is there still a lot of stuff to do inside? I'll have to catch up on them. But yeah, I saw when I saw you post the chassis when it came. It was fairly big in one solid bit as well, and not in sections like other ones have been. So that looks really good. But yeah, like I said, in terms of vehicles, I think I'm sort of done. In figures, you know, like Terminator, the Alien, and Robocop and things like that, I will be doing. But it's mainly down to space, because I've got space for things like this, but not space this way. I've run out. So it's the window screen. Oh right, okay. Is it just the window screen, is it? So yeah, we know what these part works are like. Yeah, you just get one little bit. I mean, you have not seen nothing yet until you get to the Iron Man, where you're building a little finger. I know a lot of people were complaining about the amount of parts that you get. I mean, people were complaining about the amount of parts you get with the Terminator, and then I'm like, you haven't seen nothing yet. The Iron Man's come along, you haven't seen nothing. I've seen the 007 car ads. Yeah, so is that the DB? Is that the DB7? Is that one for that through Eaglemoss? So yeah, that was another one that was supposed to be released over here, then the US, and got pulled and put back up, and pulled and put back up, similar to the Batmobile, but in different terms. The DB5 is a re-release because it had already come out before, similar to the Nissan GTR that was due to come out and then got withdrawn. That was just a re-release. It's something that they've done before and then redone it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't really know what's happening with that one. It was getting released, and it wasn't getting released. I know that they were going to release the Willys Jeep over here, but that's been postponed now until next year, along with the Titanic as well. So there's just abundance of builds that they've not doing, all because of what's going on in the world still. You would have thought that most countries would be back to normal, but it just isn't. I think we're further along than most places. I mean, in America, they're having stadiums full now. They're sort of going back to normal now. But for us and the rest of Europe and places like that, I don't think they're near enough there at all yet. You fit the screen and then the complete driver's door and door switches. Plus, they put in spare belt sets for the engine, as some people had problems. Yeah, I find that if you watched my videos on the Dodge Charger, I don't know how far I'm up on that actually on my YouTube channel, but they use obviously little bands for the engine, and they look like the same bands that we used for the DeLorean. And my ones have gone now. They've dried out and threaded and broken. So my engine on my DeLorean doesn't have the bands on anymore because they broke. And I know that they changed them later on in the build. They supplied new ones, but trying to get them on when it was built was a pain, and I didn't do it. And the old ones just obviously dried up and just broke apart over time, because it was like really flimsy rubber that dried out and it just crumbled away. So, but yeah, they're quite, like I said, they are quite good at sorting out these problems later on. And I've seen a lot of mods at the moment for the engine of the Enterprise, but I do know that there is they have redesigned the engines, and we're getting replacements of the parts that we got. So I do know that for certain. But I see a lot of people are modding the engines of the Enterprise, either with the paint along the side, or the Bussard collector and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, there's, like I said, there's a lot of mods coming out. But they're quite, like I said, these companies do eventually listen and give you the parts later on if they've made a mistake, which is good on their part. I mean, they could just turn around and go, we ain't sorting that. But they do rectify these problems once they're found. So like the finger fix for the Terminator, do you remember that? Yeah, I think we all remember that. The engine was initiate and be complete pain to replace them. Mine's okay for now. Yeah, this is what I mean. Eaglemoss did the same. And I remember they replaced the steering wheel column as well, because I remember a lot of people were having problems with the steering wheel. And the actual rod that holds the steering wheel to the steering mechanism wasn't long enough. Mine was. And when I turned the steering wheel, my wheels moved. But a lot of people had problems. So they released, later on in the build, very near the end, a replacement. But by this point, the the chassis was on top of it, and we were screwing parts around it. So in order to do it, you would have had to take literally the whole thing apart to replace this one bit. I was like, no, it can stay like it is. But like I said, they do listen. But once they do the parts, they're so far along in the build that it just becomes a problem to replace, if you know what I mean. And just leave it. Yeah, like I said though, with my DeLorean, I've just left the engine, but I have looked underneath it, and there is remnants of the band at the top, but the underneath section where it goes round the alternator and that have come out, have dropped out somewhere. It's just like the top part just hanging. But yeah, they do get very brittle. I'm wondering if that was the same sort of case in that scenario there. But like I said, it's not like I'm displaying this upside down or displaying it with the engine on show, so no one would ever see it anyway. So unless you were really looking for it, and you go, oh, I'll show us the engine. But the Eagle, but the DeLorean was a real pain to. If you want to look at the engine, so you have to take the radiator, the fusion, should I say, the fusion generator at the back off to lift it up to look at the engine, and then put it back. Oh, it'd just be an absolute nightmare. I don't know anyone who's displayed it like that. So, but yeah, like I said, that was in issue 8. It's good that they've replaced it, but you're at issue 74 now, so you're so far ahead that replacing it becomes a problem. And yeah, by which point you've gone so far ahead, or it's so difficult to get to. I would imagine it'd be very difficult to replace now with the chassis on and the engine bay built and stuff like that. Trying to get it on would be a real pain, and to try and get one off as well. I suppose you could cut the one off and then stick it over, but yeah, I can see how that would become an absolute nightmare. But yeah, like I said, I've got, when I do my Terminator on Wednesday, like I said, I did glue the skull down, but I'll be taking that up and I'll be showing you how I'm going to do that. And the running theory was that was where the remote was going to sit, and I think that's actually where the on-off switch is going to be. But we'll have a look at it all on Wednesday. Issue 75 is the roof panel, 76 is the passenger door, 77 is the passenger door trim. Yeah. So it's like what is it, 100 issues? So they're sort of bringing out the bits slowly. Do you get each issue sent to you, or do you get like a bundle? I think it's each issue. I think you mentioned that before. I think you get each issue sent, don't you? When that company in France has it on their website, they'll send it over to you. Yeah, which is good. It's like having a weekly subscription open at your news agents, basically. Effectively, that's exactly what it is. So, but yeah, I'm just, like I said, at the moment, I'm just waiting for the Robocop and Aliens build to come out over here, which I'm hopeful they will. Just to wait and see. But there's nothing catching my eyes at the moment for me to build other than the ones that I'm building. So well, I'm going to look in other ways on what I can do with my channel to keep it build related, though I do gaming videos, and I'm going to start doing more wrestling stuff as well on it. But yeah, I mean, I've got Warhammer stuff that I can build and paint on stream, which I'm thinking of doing. So it's 100 issues to finish. It comes out, I order one, takes about a week to arrive. Okay, so you get like one each week effectively, so that's quite good. And I imagine it's quite quick coming here, so you're like a week behind, but is it constant sort of thing, as long as it's on the website, that is. Because I know sometimes some of it doesn't appear on there until later on, doesn't it? It appears on there when it should, or when it normally should. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing afterwards. But I don't want to build any more vehicles. I think I have to put my foot down now on building. I mean, obviously, if a company come to me and said, we would like you to build this on your channel, I would build it. But other than that, I don't think I would. No. yeah, so I don't know what's coming out over here from France, from what they've had, because just nothing has been put up or mentioned. I mean, Hachette have gone very, very quiet. Eagle Moss have also gone very, very quiet. I mean, this Harry Potter one sort of come out of complete thin air. I didn't even know anything about this. Normally, you hear little whisperings, but yeah, nothing. And just like, oh, we're doing this. So, yeah. So I don't know. Like Jay said, he's been told it's a full run. That's normally Eagle Moss's MO. So, you know, when they do a test run, if you ring them up, they'll say, oh, it's on a full run. And then the Hachette are the same. So they do these test runs, and every time you ring up, they say, oh, it's a full run. I think they mentioned that on the Eddie Stobart truck and the Hogwarts Express, which we know are not coming out. So you can get a week on a Friday. Normally, sometimes it misses a week and ends up with one on Thursday and possibly Friday. So at least you get them. That's the good thing. You know, at least you sort of get them on time, which is good. And it seems quite reliable as well, isn't it? Even though it's coming from France. Like I said, it seems that getting stuff into the country is easy. It's getting stuff out of the country which is becoming a problem for a lot of these countries. I think that's why we get the Enterprise build from the warehouse in Germany, just because I think it's easier to get it in that way, and why things like Fanhome and stuff like that. But Fanhome are starting to post stuff from the UK, so I don't know if anyone knew that, but yeah, they've sort of cut out the opposite side, and they now get their stuff delivered from the UK. So it comes from D'Agostini UK, which they've got a warehouse, I do believe, here in the UK. And before it was coming from up somewhere, I do believe, Germany, I think. And yeah, so now we're getting the parcels from the UK. So postage is around €5. Body shell was eye-watering, but it came in 3 days. Or I can imagine. So that's the only thing that comes. It's okay, and then when you get the big things, it's like, I can imagine, because that would probably have been heavier than 2 kilos, wouldn't it? I would imagine with the box, the packaging, I would imagine that would just be over 2 kilos. So I can imagine that could have been a bit pricey for postage. But I suppose it's okay if you're doing the Alien build when I was looking at it, but I really want to wait until it comes out here in the UK, then just going ahead and getting it from them. But yeah, €32, is that £32, €32 for postage? But you get something good out of it, you know, and you're getting something that they don't have in this country, which is another bonus as well. But yeah, it's worth doing if you can do it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I want to hold off to try and get the UK versions, just because I don't want to build it halfway through and then find out, you know, it's coming out. Certain ones like that, like you were building the Renault there, that's only coming out in France. There's no way probably ever going to come out over here. And that's what I mean. There's a lot of builds that only come out in Europe and never make it here, or the US as well is another one. And Australia, I think Australia are missing out on quite a lot of the builds at the moment. So, oh, look at that. I've been nattering on for an hour, so I'm going to that Indian is actually got. I need to stop. The Springfield, yeah, that's €32. Yeah, not too bad then. Maybe 28 pounds, maybe around that sort of thing. But anyway, I'm going to go. That is it from me, and live streams now until August. Though I will be posting on my social media, so make sure you keep an eye out, because I'll be posting more than I normally do, just to keep you all interested still. Obviously my videos on YouTube still be going up, but my live streams now won't start up now again until August, probably in the start of August, middle of August. But I hope to all be back. We'll have lots to discuss, and by then we should know what's coming out here and everything else. So I'm going to leave it there. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you for joining us for this live stream, and we'll see you